guys, thank you for coming and hanging out with me again. Listen, just do it. We have seen the commercials, the Nike commercials with the just do it, just do it, just do it, just do it. Guys, time is not your friend. And I don't mean that in any disrespect to time, but time is not our friend. We always look forward to something, and while we're looking forward, we're missing something. We're missing the here and the now and the precious moment that we have presently, which is a present to you and to me. That rhymes. I got that? Okay. Anyway, understanding that time is not your friend is vital to just doing it. We say, oh, I got tomorrow, or I have next week, or maybe I'll start it next year, or maybe I'll start it on the first, or maybe I'll start it on the second, or whatever it is that you do to rationalize in your head why you should put off what you're supposed to be doing. Say you want to go ahead and you want to run a marathon. Well, the day of the marathon, you're not going to start running. Well, if you do, you're really going to fail at probably finishing the race. So you don't want to do that. No, what we want to do is you want to start the momentum. And the way to get the momentum done is to just do it. So you may be saying, hey, I got a book that I need to be writing. I got a YouTube channel I need to be starting. I have a business I need to start. But I'll do it next week, or I'll do it next month, or I don't have enough money, I don't have enough time, I don't have the right people around me. Oh, whatever it is. You gotta understand, you have to have a starting point. And the starting point is right now, right here. Why? Because you have that. Can't worry about yesterday. Yesterday's gone, right? So you have right now. And you can use right now. If that's writing ideas down, if that's just creative writing, just writing and writing and writing with no point in sight, just write. You know, you have that book that's deep down inside of you that needs to come out, and people need to hear it and need to hear your story or hear the story that you want to write. Why? Because what we do is tied to helping other people. We got to understand something, guys. We have now. That's it. That's all. I can worry about tomorrow. And, one of the greatest lessons I learned in life was about time was when my grandfather was alive. He went to school. He went to college late, what would be considered late in our view of things. He was in his 70s when he went to college. And he finished his associates, and he was so proud of finishing his associates. And I was proud because he was so elated about it. And I was like, wow. So that means anybody can go back to school as long as you have breath, as long as you have now, as long as you're living now, as long as you can think and create now, you can do it. Whatever it is, just do it, guys. Just do it. Just do it. I'm begging you, please just do it. Just do it. And so people say that I may fail at it. That is the biggest thing to stop us from doing what we want to do or what we should be doing. It's fear. Fear is the number one thing to stop you from being successful. You know how many times it took Edison to really create the light bulb before it actually turned on and the light bulb worked? You got to understand, failure is not failure. Failure is success in its own right, in its own time. You have progressed from nothing to something. And the result wasn't desirable, but it's not failure. It just means you go at it again and again and again and again and again. Why? Because you're going to eventually create and do exactly what it is that you want to do and create. Ask Bill Gates. Hey, I'm pretty sure the first time he started putting circuitry together was like, what am I doing? And how do I do this? And is this going to work? And transferring information. And look, I'm using the cornerstone of the step from, that era of computers. Now, when I was growing up, and I ain't gonna date myself, but when I was younger, we had Atari. So I guess I did just date myself, right? Okay, whatever. We had Atari. I remember Pong. It went from bing, 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 and you had the little bar. You had those guys in my era. Y'all know what I'm talking about. But I'm saying that to say, from that, we have So many graphics and the technology in the gaming system has intensified, and it was from people doing the work. It was from people failing and then saying, okay, I just need to go ahead and just keep trying until I get it together. Graphic designers and computer programmers and all that good stuff that we have now that we're able to utilize, so I'm able to utilize so that I can actually talk to you guys right now. You know, just do it. I remember writing my first book. People don't believe me, but it's true. I wrote my first book in 2 weeks. That's not because I'm brighter than anybody else. It's not because I have these superpowers or anything like that. It was determination. It was setting a goal, and I put my book cover on my phone, and every time I picked up my phone, I saw my book cover, and I realized, oh, I'm supposed to write today. And I wrote, and I wrote, and I wrote until I completed my book in 2 weeks. My other books that's coming, the book that I'm writing right now, these are just things that I'm just doing. And I'm not any more special than you are. There's nothing that I can do that you can't do, or anybody else that has done it because, again, that motivation is there. And you know what? Sometimes you're not going to have that outside motivation. You're going to have to dig deep down within you and say, you know what, Danny, I got to do it because I understand it's my passion and this is what I want to do. And these are the reasons why I want to do it. So whatever it is that you're supposed to be doing, just do it, guys. Go back to school, start that book, start that business, whatever it is, start that family. If you want to create something that hasn't been created before, how do you think new stuff starts? Somebody had to create it. And somebody probably was saying or using their ideas and saying, well, jumbling around in their head, they're saying, oh, I want to do this, I want to do this, I want to do that. And thinking, well, maybe it's not going to work. Well, I'm glad that the Bill Gates of the world said, I don't care if it works or doesn't work. I'm going to keep trying until I get it right. I'm glad that we have light. I'm glad that, I have this chair that I'm sitting on. I'm glad that I have this, computer. I'm glad that someone took the courage to say, forget what I didn't do and just continue to create and do so that I can get my ideas out there and I can actually do and become who I was created to be. Guys, I thank you guys for hanging out with me again. Remember, just do it. You've been hanging out with Dr. Danny Lee Harris, and I do what I do so that you can do what you're supposed to be doing. And that is living your best life now, in spite of time for this episode. In spite of time, just do it. Catch you in the next video.